Reggae must be lived, not played. It's a life beat every time, man. That's a quote from Peter Tosh. Now, this quote addresses one of the main reasons I created Hippie Fari, the beautiful, life changing message of reggae music. It was created for social change, and its message is as strong today as it was in the 60s when the first reggae records were released in Jamaica. Welcome to another episode of Hippie Fari Reggae Radio and Podcast, recorded live in the Omen Honey Reggae Radio and Media Studios in beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida. I am your host, Scotty, the high-strung hippie, and Hippie Fari is a podcast where we discuss all things reggae. So if reggae music is your thing, you're in the right place. Now we're doing a free sticker and t-shirt giveaway. Just go to YouTube, follow us at Hippie Fari, and then download any episode on your favorite streaming platform. Send a screenshot of both of those to hippieFariReggae@gmail.com, and I'll pick a winner. Now, tonight we have a special guest in the studio, hailing from the sunny shores of beautiful Florida. Infusing reggae and surf rock, these guys definitely bring it hard. They're formed in 2024 and already boasting 2 tracks on social media. Sorry, on streaming platforms. They are definitely no stranger to the studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Scott of Floridaze to the show.
Hey,
how you doing, Scott?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, man. So thank you very much for coming on. We definitely appreciate it. Been looking forward to this.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, 100%. So we're going to go ahead and I'll get started with the questions. Definitely looking forward to this and having the listeners be able to learn a lot about Floridaze. I have a lot of listeners overseas, so this is definitely a really, really awesome way to get some underground Florida music out worldwide. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. How did Floridaze come together, and what's the story behind the name?
Well, Floridaze came together. We I met my drummer at House of Blues at a Soja show.
Oh, nice.
And I've known my bass player for years and years and years, Mike Flanders. But we decided, we're going to get together, and we were jamming with actually a guy from New Smyrna. He's called the Steel Pan Man, Evan Oswaldy.
Right on. That's my hometown, my stomping ground.
Yeah. He plays around there a lot. Shout out to Evan. He's my buddy. But Evan, I was wondering what we were going to name the band, and Evan called me one day and told me that he heard it in the wind.
That's awesome.
What he said, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to that. So, and that's how we became Floridaze, pretty much, man. We just we all like making music, and we all like to we all love doing it. So that's just pretty much how we got together, and just started jamming in the living room, and now we're doing all kind of stuff.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I definitely love the name. It could be like Florida Days, like the Days of Florida, or like Dazed and Confused. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Can take on many different meanings. So you were talking about jamming in the living room. What was the first song that you jammed as a group and made you think, yeah, we definitely got something here?
We actually do a little cover project called the Space Dub DJs.
Oh, nice, man.
We just little money makers here and there.
Sure.
But we did that first, and then I've always been a songwriter myself, and I had these songs I was written the last couple of years, kind of stacked up, and I was wanting to record them and things like that, and that's kind of how we started off doing the whole cover gig thing to make some money on the side, and then we decided to go ahead and do it our own way, so.
That's awesome, man. What was the other project that you mentioned? Say that one more time.
Space Dub DJs.
Space Dub DJs. Did you guys actually like spend music in the project? Like actually DJ the music, or is it just an awesome name?
No, I didn't pick that name. My bass player did. I was just over there singing cover music,
Right.
We didn't really put too much into it. Like I said, man, it was just, we were pretty much doing it for fun on the side.
Sure.
And yeah, it was fun while it lasted,
That's cool, man. That's what it's all about, bro. Fun.
Yeah,
100%.
doing it, why do it? So.
That's it, man. 100%. So, who were your biggest musical influences growing up that shaped your sound? And after that, kind of explain your role in the band, and what you do in Floridaze.
Well, hmm, that's a tough question, man. I probably have to say, Bradley Noel from Sublime. I'm a huge
Sure.
Sublime, uh, and I was always a Bob Marley fan too. So if
Yeah,
I had to,
man.
it'd probably be those two. You know,
Right
I like
on.
I like sing. I think Bradley sang about his experiences in life.
Sure.
And I like to write songs about my experiences the same way.
That's awesome.
That makes sense. And but I also like to give a good message, kind of like Bob Marley did too. So
Yes, absolutely.
that's pretty good, important as well.
Oh,
You know.
100%. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially reggae music, man. It's all about, it's all about that message, that conscious message.
Oh,
So
sure, man. My music is a mixture of stories that I've lived and messages that I think that I should learn myself, kind of.
right. That's awesome, man.
If I had to, narrow it down, at least that's what I try to go for too.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And kind of explain your role in the band and tell
Yeah,
everybody
I'm
what you do.
a singer, songwriter, front man.
Nice.
I play rhythm guitar too. Uh,
Awesome.
my guys, they're great. You know what I mean? They're we're just a bunch of like-minded individuals with one goal, pretty
That's
much.
beautiful. Could you go ahead and introduce the rest of the rest of the band?
Yeah, we got Mike Morris on drums. Everybody calls him Booty.
I saw
Unfortunately,
that on your website. That's funny, man.
yeah, yeah. Uh, we got Mike Flanders on bass. He lives up there in Daytona by
Right
you.
on. Yep. Cool.
And we got Matt Prescott from Ormond Beach on lead guitar. And we got Scooby on saxophone. He's down there in Stewart, and
Nice.
pretty much makes the team, man.
Nice. Oh, so you're kind of spread out like well, the band I'm in, Seed from a Tree, we're
Yeah,
somewhat spread out. We're from St. Augustine to Daytona and in between, so about an hour and a half. But Stewart's a
we all
pretty good.
practice. We rehearse here at my place at Altamont Springs.
Cool.
But yeah, that's why it's hard to just give people a hometown for my band because it's like we live state, so it's like,
Well, it's
we'll just
a home state.
we're from Florida.
Exactly. Yeah. If you couldn't tell by the name, then
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, I lived in Orlando for a long time, the Altamont, Longwood, Orlando area for a long time. We had to get out, man. The traffic and absolutely insane.
I hate it. Not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah. If you're stuck there at 4 or 4:30 on I-4, forget about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's absolutely terrifying. Have to crank up some Floridaze tunes to relax, so you don't
Right.
get road
Yeah.
rage.
Right on. Yeah.
um, well, awesome, man. Thank you for introducing the band. So how would you describe the Floridaze vibe to someone who has never heard your music before?
Well, that's another good question. I'd say something you could just sit back and chill out to.
Right on. Very
For
cool.
most of our music, some of it, we like to rock too. So some of it is, kind of upbeat, but still, I think mostly you can just sit back and just hang out and enjoy a good time to it.
Nice. Absolutely. That's beautiful, man. I like that.
Thank
Um, so I know you're the you write the lyrics and you pretty much write the music and the composition. What
you.
is oh, what's that? Go ahead, bud.
No, I don't write all the composition.
Okay.
We're produced by Trevor Young.
Okay.
He helps out with that a lot.
Right.
We're blessed to have him, helping us out. And my lead guitar player writes some. We all kind of do it together.
Cool.
Kind of. I do write all the lyrics myself, but as
Right.
far as anything else, me and the guys all pretty much do it together.
That's wonderful. And speaking of production, yeah, your production is fantastic. I urge everybody listening after the podcast, head on over to your favorite streaming platform. I'll just say Spotify because that's mine, and check out Floridaze. The production quality is awesome. The tunes are absolutely fantastic. So what does the songwriting process look like for you? Is it lyrics first? Is it groove first? Or is it just kind of a free flow session? Whatever comes.
Sometimes it's lyrics and sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'll be jamming on guitar and find like a nice groove and
Right.
kind of something to it. I do a lot of humming, as far as lyrical melody, so
Sure.
it's like sometimes I get a good melody in my head with the rhythm and then I can put words to it later. So, but sometimes I'll be at work and words will come to me and I'll just want to write them down. So I'll pull out my phone and notes and start, so I don't forget them.
Amen. Yeah, I do. That's funny. I do the exact same thing. I do it with band names though. My wife, my wife laughs her ass off every time. I'm like, that'd be a great band name. I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, like I'm gonna start 150 bands. I've got a name for.
Give it to them and help them out or something. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Naming bands is a tough thing.
It is. Absolutely. Yeah, and a good name.
Yeah, good to come by for sure.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I came up with the name for my podcast. I wanted something that nobody else in the world had ever used. You kind of run into that problem sometimes. You'll come up with a cool name, then you'll Google it and find out, it's a clothing company, it's a band already. It's something. And
I was surprised Floridaze wasn't taken as far as a band goes, but we had to get floridazeband.com because floridaze.com is like some realtor in South Florida.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. What is it? All right, cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we were pretty blessed to have not somebody use that one yet.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a clothing company about 6 months ago. It's pretty awesome. It was kind of like a reggae hippie fusion, like festival style clothes.
Right.
We had a great name, and we got this other company. This company they make $10 million a year, man. Literally, they came after us because the first word of our brand and the first word of their brand were the same. So I'm very careful. So when I came up with the name for this podcast, I was like, all right, there's got to be something that just does not exist. And sure enough, Hippie Fari, which is pretty much describing me, a hippie who loves reggae, did not exist. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Didn't want to have 100 podcasts up and then take them down, for
yeah, for sure. I'm sure it's happened to somebody though,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you do your homework.
Yes. Yes. And that homework's expensive too. Like the for them to trademark search and all that. Yeah, but it's worth it.
Yeah, this is true.
100%. So your tracks, listen to them over and over again. They feel perfect for driving down a coastal highway, like right here, A1A. Now, is the environment of Florida a big part of your inspiration and your songwriting?
I'm born and raised in Florida, so I'm 100% Floridian, man.
Beautiful.
So that's all I know. But yeah, 100%. I've always enjoyed where I came from, so
Amen. So you're a native. Are you a native Altamont, Orlando area?
No, I grew up in Polk County, Florida.
Okay, cool.
Small town called Eagle Lake.
Right on.
It's in Central Florida.
Yep.
So,
Polk County's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful out there. I love it.
Right on,
a lot of bass fishing.
We'll actually be out there with our buddies from Las Vegas, Drift Tone, April 12th.
Nice.
In Winter Haven, Florida. So.
Very cool. Yeah, Drift Tone is great, man. One Love Fam Jams. Are you familiar with them?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, Shannon and Dana, they just released a drift tone acoustic live at Reggae at the Rock One Love Fam Jam stage. They released a couple of their tracks. So
Awesome.
yeah, very good stuff. You can go to One Love Fam Jam on any streaming platform and check out drift tone. It's yeah, the tracks are pretty banging stuff for acoustic. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it was great though. I think
um
real talent in somebody. You know,
oh,
when they could play a good acoustic show. You know,
100%.
yeah,
Yes, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's definitely difficult when it's just you, and the guitar.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing else. Yeah, the acoustic shows are definitely a little bit more difficult. So I appreciate bands that can pull that off without a
Oh,
hitch.
oh yeah, it's tough, but
Absolutely. So what is the wildest or the most memorable moment you've had at a live show?
hmm, man, I used to be wild back in the day. About that for a minute. The wildest ever that I've had at a live show. I had a guy.
Anything. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I had a guy get naked on stage one time. I was playing music with. I'm not gonna mention any names, but he dropped his pants and just had his bass guitar in front of him. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Especially if you're not expecting
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
that,
That's
that, that
expecting that much. Let's say that.
that's funny, man. I'm sure there's some video of that floating around somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, once it's on the internet, you know, unless you're a millionaire, you can't get it removed.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Maybe you could use that for your next album cover. Who knows? Let it all out, man.
nah, Floridaze don't really. We're not too wild like that.
That's
You know.
good.
Like,
um. Well, yeah, that's definitely a little wild. I don't know what I would do if that happened to me, but I'd probably just keep playing and laugh. So
stop, man. You got to keep playing. You
that's
know.
it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Playing. This is the ending of the song,
right.
bro.
The,
You know.
yep. And the band played on.
Yeah.
Um. So I'm sure you guys have played kind of like a mix of beach bars and the bigger events. What's your favorite venue and why? The smaller ones, the bigger ones, the festivals, the beach
Janice,
bar setting.
Janice Live in St. Pete is my favorite venue.
Nice.
That's my. It's always been my favorite venue. It's just great. You know, the sun's going down right there on the water, beautiful skies right from the stage. You know, they got all the lights and the smoke, and you know, St. Pete's just a beautiful city. It's my favorite place to play, and yeah, I mean, I ain't never had anything bad about it. So
When did you guys play there? That's a hell of a venue to play. You've been at what? So you started in 2004. When in 2004 did you form?
2024.
Sorry. 2024. Yes.
Yeah, we formed in I think March maybe. Yeah.
Nice. And to already have played that
No,
venue.
no, we haven't played Janice.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay. I
Yeah,
was like, wow, that's awesome, man.
I've filled in for friends' bands and stuff and played around and yeah, but my personal favorite venue is
Gotcha.
Janice.
Cool,
Yeah.
man. On your website, there's a video. It looks like a festival. Do you remember where that was? That looked pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
Vinoy Park in St. Pete, the Bacon
Cool.
and Barbecue Festival. Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
we opened for Sarah Nation and the Hooligans there. That was
Nice.
yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I love Serenation. They're a great band and just fantastic people as well.
Oh yeah.
100%. Um, so do you guys, whenever you're on stage playing live, do you ever like switch things up, like new arrangements or just jam or like switch instruments? Some bands do that. Do you guys ever
No,
get into any of that?
no, we don't ever switch instruments. Not too, you know, but we do like to jam. You know, sometimes we'll lengthen songs out and shorten them up. You know, depending on what we're feeling. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. 100%. Um, Well, awesome. Thank you for the answer, man. So I'll move on. A little bit of behind the scenes. What's one thing that Florida's fans would be surprised to learn about the band dynamic?
Hmm. It's kind of like a family business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like my wife, she works as hard as we do, making the music. She runs the merch table behind the scenes, helps out, same thing with everyone, everybody. We run it like a tight knit family, you
That's
know.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Our part, a well oiled machine is what we like to say.
Yep. Heck yeah, man. That's how it's got to be. Everybody's got to
Yeah.
do their
And
part.
we all hustle, man. We know you got to promote. If you're going to do music, you got to promote and get the word out there. And it's a lot of work. But
Yes.
I have a good team behind me, and I couldn't be more grateful for them.
Amen. Right on. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The promotion side of things is a lot of work, especially hitting all the social media platforms and
Oh
um,
yeah,
yeah, just constantly trying to push shows or new tunes that are coming out. It's a lot. People definitely don't realize how much work goes into just designing the logos and flyers and all that stuff. So it's yeah, man. And then writing the songs and playing the music. So yeah, it's definitely could be a full-time job without a doubt.
oh yeah. Not counting booking the shows and
Yeah,
organizing the merch, and it's tough. But I have, like I said, I got a good team, and I couldn't do it by myself. So
absolutely. Are you completely independent, or do you work with a like a booking agent or a manager that helps you get shows, or
I,
you guys just straight up indie?
I have a couple booking agents I work with.
Nice.
We have Josh McFarland from
Hmm.
Funk Productions. He helps me out with booking a lot. But other than that, yeah, we're fully independent. You know,
Yes.
other than him and like Trevor producing us, and but other than those two, we're yeah, like I said, man, there's no like label or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to try to even get on one.
Right.
To be honest, like,
Yeah. 100%.
we do all of our booking in house. Like I said, Josh helps out a lot. Um, we do all of our merch and everything else. Everything's organized in house. So website, we run all of our social medias. It's all we all do it together. So
That's great.
you know,
Y-
if
Yeah.
I would,
Oh, go ahead. I'm
I,
sorry.
I never thought about a label or anything like that. Really,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a double-edged sword. It could be good, but then in any little bit of money you make on merch or shows, yeah, most of the time a a label will take it.
I mean,
So
but long
yeah,
as the long as the the juice is worth the squeeze.
yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, you guys seem to be doing pretty well going it on your own so far.
Thanks.
Yeah, your website's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh,
um
thank my
yeah.
drum.
What's that?
My drummer made it. It was his first one.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Damn, he needs to start doing that professionally, man.
yeah. I mean, we he asked a little bit of my input, and I kind of had some ideas, and my wife had some ideas, and we all
Hmm.
But yeah, he worked hard on it, and we're proud of it. So
Oh
it's
yeah, definitely something to be proud of,
yeah, thank you.
without a doubt. Could you shout out the web address real quick for people to visit after the podcast?
Oh yeah, it's floridazeband.com.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, fantastic website. Like I said, the intro video whenever you pop on, is really
yeah.
awesome. So
We have
yeah,
a new single coming out, Surfer Girl, this Friday, March 28th. And if you go check out .com, you might could even see a little bit of it there.
nice. Oh, so that's a new. You said a new single.
Yep, we're dropping our new single, Surfer Girl, on Friday.
Fantastic, man. Um,
Yeah,
why
it's
don't
going
you
to be on
tell?
an EP called "Grow with the Flow."
Oh, so it's going to be on an EP. So you're dropping like separate tracks.
Yeah, we dropped our first 3 singles, and then we're dropping an EP in April
Nice, man.
that has those plus 2 new songs on them. So
Fantastic. Could you talk to us a little bit about the one that's coming out this Friday, Surfer Girl? Kind of, what's the vibe? What's it about? What was the inspiration?
uh you know, it's just kind of it's just kind of a story, man. I'll just say that much.
Right.
And it's kind of as far as the music goes, it's kind of a mixture between Beach Boys,
Mm-hmm.
if Beach Boys went ska, kind of.
Ah, nice.
You know,
I like
yeah,
that, man. That's a cool description. I love
yeah,
the Beach Boys and I love ska, so I'm definitely looking forward to hearing that track.
yeah, for sure.
Fantastic, man. And you said there were two more that you were dropping on the EP.
Yep, we've already released those days, and then we have "I'm Gonna Be All Right" featuring Trevor Young.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, those did great. We can't thank you everyone enough for the support. But Surfer Girl comes out, and then we have Red Tide and Party's Over. Those are
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, your tracks seem to be doing well on streaming. They have a pretty decent amount of streams. So especially
Yeah,
for
man, I haven't really figured out this whole Spotify and all this streaming algorithm stuff.
yeah,
But I really am shocked that we have done so well. I can't be more grateful for everybody listening. Thank you. You know, um, I hope it continues. We've had a constant, solid growth. As far as since we started until now, and like I said, we're just working hard and we're just being grateful for it. So
absolutely, man.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I on both sides of the coin, I guess. I am surprised because being a new band, already having tracks out. You have an absolutely fantastic website. You're definitely taking the right steps. That's awesome. Most bands do not studio record and get tracks out that quick. So
yeah.
that's that's
We prepared. We wanted to release like our music the right way, so we kind of just kept to ourselves for a while and got it
mhm.
recorded. Like we went down to Sarasota and recorded down at Bass Sound Studios down there, and we
Okay.
made sure everything was right, and then we made sure we had our merch booth ready, and made sure the website was ready, and pretty much just we try to play chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And
Yeah, you
that's just kind of our attitude with it. We're trying to play chess, not checkers. So it's like we just wanted to make sure everything was good and our investments were. We just did it the right way. So
absolutely, man.
and we couldn't be more blessed, man. Honestly, like we're totally happy with the feedback. And we're totally grateful, and thanks to everybody that's liking the music, and there's more to come. So we hope to have a full length album out by September. So
Wow. That's awesome. So after the EP, you're dropping a full length album. Are you gonna do it the same style? You think, with, track by track, or you think you're just gonna drop the whole thing?
I'll probably just drop a couple singles first. We plan
Hmm.
on doing a couple music videos and stuff like that, and having some fun with it. I got 8 more songs under my belt, ready to go. Pretty
Wow,
much. We're gonna see how they do. So.
wow, that is absolutely impressive. Yeah, like I said I'm in a band. Well, I'm in two. I'm in Smyrna Herb with Neil Herb. And Seed from a Tree. And Seed has a lot of tracks out, but for you being as fresh as you are, hitting the ground running like that, and having all that music out, and it's actually quality music is very 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 impressive, man. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
Trevor producing it has a lot to do with that. We can't be more thankful for him enough. He does a great job. You know, he's a total
Absolutely.
for us. We kind of met up with him just randomly, and he liked the music and decided to, hey man, he wanted to produce it, so we worked out a deal, and here we are. So yeah, but we
That's
got
fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, man. Well, definitely an amazing job. We are 100% supporters and big fans here at Hippie Fari Reggae Radio and podcast. Um, so definitely looking forward to the album in September. That's going to be awesome. What's the name of it going to be? Or is that something that you don't want to?
We haven't picked a name yet. I think it might
Okay,
just be a self-titled album. You know, just Floridaze. You know,
nice.
nothing, no kind of theme or anything.
Okay,
I think that's going to be our first like full album.
beautiful.
But the EP in April is called "Grow with the Flow."
Right
So
on.
yeah,
Very cool, man. So obviously you guys spend a lot of time in the studio. Do you have like a habit or a ritual before you go in the studio that's become part of your recording sessions, like something that you do every single time before you record a track?
I drink throat coat tea
There you go.
and honey. Other than that, no, man. It's
Yeah.
we hang out and we go in there to have fun. I mean, we love Bass Sound Studios. That's where we go record at.
Hmm.
Shout out to Bob the Builder. He
Nice.
puts up with our shenanigans in there. And yeah, we just have a good time, dude. That's really what it's all about. And it's like, if we're not having fun doing it and our family's having fun all the same time, then why do it?
Sure.
It's kind of pointless.
Amen.
So,
100%. Yeah, I agree with you. My wife is involved in every single thing that I do,
hey,
from the music to the podcast and all that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely important, man. But it makes it that much more awesome when
oh
it.
yeah, my wife's my biggest fan. I tell her about it.
That's awesome, man.
For sure.
All right, so you just told us about your music. So you guys planning on going on tour? Or any side projects that you're looking at?
No, no side projects. We're pretty much Floridaze. Uh, as far as tour goes, we're always up to go on tour. We are planning a couple out of state ventures here around the end of the year, but nothing's set in stone yet. So
Oh,
far, live in state. We
okay.
do we are playing Sugar Shack downtown June 1st.
Nice.
That's
And
our first going to set like real South Florida. What is
South
it?
Florida. Yep.
Bonita Springs. Yeah.
Yep.
And so we're looking forward to that. Totally grateful for the Sugar Shack family to have us down there. So
Yeah, that's really cool. My buddy Tyler Giddens from Vibes Farm, the band I used to play percussion for as well. He just played there, so yeah, that's fantastic, man. Awesome.
for sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
So
guys are shucking and
uh,
jiving, man.
yeah, we got a little tour in April of Florida with Drift Tone, like I said before.
Hmm.
We're playing a couple shows with them. I think we're going to be up there at Ocean Deck by you, to believe it or not.
Nice, nice,
Yeah, April 19th. Yeah, I believe. So if you
very
want to
cool, man.
come on out and hang out with us.
Oh, I certainly will.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. Is
for
that
sure.
have you ever played there before?
Oh yeah, Ocean Deck for
Yep.
sure, man.
Yeah,
Love
it's
to
a
play.
good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely host a lot of fantastic bands. We
Oh
are,
yeah.
yeah, we're huge fans of Ocean Deck. So we covered the music. We've covered your shows and your touring. If you were to go on tour, do you have any bands in mind? Doesn't matter where. Could be local, could be national, could be international. That you would that's been an inspiration to you that you would like to
So
play with.
like if I had to pick one band to go on tour with, like my dream band to go on tour with, pretty much,
Exactly.
it'd probably be Slightly Stupid or Soja, bro. To be
Right.
honest. Yeah. I mean, I've always been a huge Soja fan. Same with Slightly Stupid, and if you know, or like if I had to like bring one back, like of all time, it'd probably be Sublime to go on tour with.
Right.
But
Absolutely, man.
yeah, that's probably be it if I had to choose.
Did you just catch Soja at Rise Up?
Oh yeah, I was watching from the sound booth. It was great.
Nice.
Awesome performance. Yeah, we had a fantastic time. I actually filled in for the Suburbs on guitar and played the vibe stage at Reggae Rise Up. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
were there Saturday. It was a great show.
for sure.
Um, awesome, man. Well, I'll ask you this question. I ask every person I have on. Do you have a favorite reggae movie?
Reggae movie?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've like defined reggae movie.
Like the one that just came out, One Love, the Bob Marley movie, the story of
Oh,
Bob Marley, or Rockers. It's a really, really, really good movie.
yeah, no, I seen it. It was a decent movie.
Mhm.
I don't think it would be one of my favorites to
Right,
be honest. But I mean, it was all right. I didn't like fall asleep in it or nothing.
right.
Which is very surprising for me, man. If my head hits the pillow, my wife would tell you I'm out. It's like so.
Really, I wish, man. Not me. It takes me forever to pass out, dude. Unfortunately, I have to take
I'm the one that
CBD.
pass out, man. You're sawing logs, so.
Awesome, dude. Well, go ahead and give us. We have your website. Are you guys? You're on all social media platforms. Are you on like
We're,
TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, things like that?
we're on Instagram, Facebook. I think we're on TikTok Music.
Cool.
As far as music goes, we're on like everything. Like Pandora,
Hmm.
Spotify, Apple, TikTok. Whatever. Uh, I think it's like 60 different platforms or something like that.
Yep. Sure.
But yeah, as far as socials go, just Facebook and Instagram.
Nice. And is it just Floridaze, or is it Floridaze band, or
On
anything?
Instagram, it was what was it? The I in Floridaze is a one, so it's like Flow 1 days,
Flow
pretty
One
much.
Days. All right.
Floor 1 days or something like that. Yeah,
Awesome.
the I is the one. Like,
Right.
yeah,
I am the one. I and I. There you go.
right
Uh,
there you
and for people to get merch or check out your merch, that's obviously on your website, correct?
go. Yeah, we're gonna have a merch store up soon.
Okay.
We honestly just got our card reader in the mail yesterday, so
Nice. Right on.
I'll put it in and it'll be up and running probably by next week. So you'll be able to click merch store on our website and buy whatever T-shirt or hats we got there.
Beautiful. Awesome, man. Are you coming out with a bunch of different designs? Or you're just gonna kind of keep it simple?
Right now we have 4 designs available. We have some girls tanks, some unisex T-shirts and some
Mm-hmm.
hats. We even have some dugouts, for all our smokers out there.
Mm-hmm. Word.
We but yeah, we're gonna get some new stuff coming in. We have a bunch of designs for T-shirts. A bunch of ideas. So
Beautiful.
fun with the merch table. So
That's awesome, man. Very cool. Well, I definitely can't wait to get my hands on some of that. Definitely looking forward to it.
yeah.
So, and I know you're in Orlando. Can you just go ahead and tell me a little bit? Is as far as the reggae scene, is it kind of lumped in with the coastal scenes, or does Orlando have its own?
No, you could always go down to Tangeray's on Mondays, but that's about
Mhm.
it, man. I
Really?
don't I don't know what they're really doing downtown Orlando. They're kind of doing away with all the live music,
Right.
and fortunately, and I don't really know why they're doing that, but hey, is what it is. But no, it's mainly to the coast, I would say. That's pretty
Okay.
much where all. If you want to go see some, good reggae music, got to
Hmm.
hit the for sure.
Absolutely. There was a venue when I was with Vibes Farm that we played in downtown Orlando. I'm trying to remember the name
It
of
was
it. No, Brittany Dixon booked us there. Chronic Guru. That's it.
Chronic
Um,
Guru.
yes. Yeah, that was a good one. They were hosting some good reggae bands. They were trying to get a weekly going. Not exactly sure how it turned out, but I know when it first started, it was fantastic. So, um,
Right.
yeah, great venue, great people, very cool. But yeah, that seems to be the norm though. You kind of have to get towards the coast. But I have had a few bands on from Arizona, so I mean, the reggae does kind of reach its arms,
Oh yeah.
away. Oh yeah, definitely away from the coast as well,
Oh
out
yeah.
into the desert.
For for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
People,
know that venue I'm playing, Jesse's. That's in the middle of the state in Florida, so
right.
that's not by the coast either. They book reggae bands there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so. But as far as like the heart of Orlando, not much but Tanqueray, man. That's pretty much it.
Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place has been around forever too.
Oh yeah. Oh
Tangeray's, that's in downtown Orlando staple.
yeah. For sure.
Awesome, man. So, well, fantastic. Do you have any words of wisdom, any insight, anything you want to tell people other than head on over to your favorite streaming platform and check out Floridaze?
No, I just hope they enjoy the music, man, and I hope it gives a good feeling to them, puts them in a
Amen.
good place. That's pretty much it. I
Absolutely,
think
man.
if my music can make people happy, or even give them happy for a couple seconds, then that's worth it. So,
Absolutely, 100%. I like that, man.
yeah,
That's definitely what it's all about.
for sure.
You know, you can write music for yourself, obviously, but it's nice to be able to have an impact on other people. On their lives, on their everyday lives. If you could write a song and it changes the way somebody thinks, or
Sure, man.
pick, picks them up, puts them in a better mood. That's a fantastic thing, man.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
For taking your time. I can't wait to see you here in Daytona. I'm definitely looking forward to the new music. I can't wait. Absolutely stoked about it. I will definitely want to have you back on after to talk about the releases and the music
Oh,
and yeah,
sure.
what's that?
I said, oh, for sure, I'd love to.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, we could break it down track by track, and talk about what your inspiration was when you wrote the music, and kind of give the people an insight to what you're doing, your artistic expression. So that's
Right on.
definitely a lot of fun, man. So you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Hippie Fari. You shoot me an email, hippiefarirareggae@gmail.com. And my website is hippiefari.podbean.com. And there's strength in unity. Build your community. That's my favorite personal quote. And this is Scotty the High Strung Hippie reminding you to speak your mind before somebody else does it for you. And check out my other podcast. It's Sacred Frequency Podcast. It's to benefit our nonprofit, Sacred Echo, sacredecho.org. So do something nice for somebody today. Grab flowers for your partner, smoke out a stranger, slip the homeless man a buck. Whatever you do it from the heart. All good things start with the heart. And the peace, love, and Rasta rhythms are all a part of that reggae revolution. One love, fam.